Under the cola tree, our stories unfold. Drums speak the past in rhythm spoke.
Did you know that Mgbede, the fattening room, under the Igbo traditional society, was not just about gaining physical weight. Rather, it was a structured period of education, seclusion, in the preparation of marriage and adulthood. You're welcome back to Igbo tradition, my heritage, and today I'll be discussing a very interesting topic, Mgbede. I know some people might think that is only the Efik Ibibio that practiced that fattening room, entering the fattening room, which they called Nkoho, something like that. Maybe they never knew that the Igbo traditional society practiced Mgbede, Edam Mgbede, Eno Mgbede, or Eba Mbuke. It depends on dialects. In as much as Mgbede was a cultural practice amongst the Igbo communities, it's not every Igbo community that gave it much importance. While some did give it much importance, some did not. Igbo society is a decentralized society. So every community has or had a way they did their own thing. Well, even up to now, each community, they have the way they do their own things. So, Mgbede, like I defined it, is not just all about gaining physical weight. Rather, it was a period, in a structured period of preparation for marriage and into adulthood for young women. It was a time given to young women to prepare them for marriage and adulthood, and also beautification of their body, because it was believed that a woman has to look robust and beautiful so that she will be able to give birth. That's their belief during that period. So, Mgbede was that period of seclusion for young ladies in a room or in a place to feed them with good food and teach them moral etiquette, home management, and the act of being a wife. The older women used to go into the room or the place where they were secluded out from the general public, not doing any chores of any kind, going to farm or fetching water. They were all there beautifying them and teaching them moral etiquette, taboos of the land, how to be a good wife, how to manage the home, how to take care of the family. they were taught for a period of 3 to 6 months. And it was said that women that went in for a very long period of time, like the 6 months, were the communities that really gave importance to beauty, which they mentioned as Ngwa people, Mbise people, Arochukwu. So they really gave importance to physical beauty, coupled with the moral etiquette and home management and all that, but they included the physical beauty. So in such communities, the young ladies spent longer time in the Mgbede. For instance, in Arochukwu, the arrows, they called it Mgbede and referred to a lady in that fattening room as Nwa Mgbede. They had two types: a newly married wife married to a wealthy man. The husband could send into Mgbede for just a short period so that she will be taught the customs and traditions of his family, and then, of course, to look beautiful for him. While the other set of young ladies were those that are not yet married. So that's that. And the Irungbede, like the arrows they had for married, those that are married already. They are married but wealthy husband. Because in the Irungbede, it's your family that's sponsored, is the family that sponsored it. And it was also used to know a family that is wealthy, because the lady was not meant to do anything, rather just eat and learn. So the family members, the mother, the father, providing for everything that such lady ate in that fattening room. So for wealthy family, for ladies from wealthy families, they stayed longer period of time in the fattening room. And that was why the fattening period always started after harvest, when the barn was full with food. So the ladies went into the fattening room. And they had two types anyway: those that were betrothed and those that were not betrothed. So during the outing, after the completion of the fattening, their bodies were now being decorated with uli, where they draw different arts to tell stories on their body, and camwood to make their body soft and glow. So after this, they did when the period of seclusion was over, what they now call the outing to the market square, for them with a dance to showcase their beauty, their poise, because it was said that they did come out, gracefully, danced gracefully. A woman that is beautiful, well taken care of, And it was also said that during that period, those that were not betrothed, was time for young men to, search and pick interest in any median of their choice. So Mgbede was a very interesting practice for young medians in Igbo community, preparing them for adulthood and motherhood, where they were taught the customs, traditions of the land, then the acts of being a wife, home management, and how to be, amongst how to be a good wife, joining the Council of Yumdi. So it was a period of beautification, period of education. So that's what I will liken the fattening room to. At the beginning, I said it's not every community that gave credence, to it. Some, they just saw it, the young ladies went into the seclusion room just for a period of short time to educate them how to be, how to be a good wife and how to have good morals. But they concentrated also on strength so that they will be able to farm. Communities like Nsukka, Afikpo, so more on stamina and good morals, while communities like Ngwa, Owerri, Arochukwu, both morals and physical beauty. So what a very beautiful and wonderful practice. It's quite unfortunate we don't have such now. A young lady going into seclusion for a period of 3 months, 6 months without doing anything, and being taught about moral etiquette, being taught about customs and tradition of her land. Who is doing it in this generation? Nobody. Well, this is where I draw the curtain on today's topic, Mgbede. See you in my next video. Bye.
Under the cola tree, our stories unfold.